guys, and welcome back. We've got another Will It Run episode on Trains with Shane here on the I Saw It Online YouTube channel. Before we jump into it, guys, first I want to apologize for not putting out a video last week. It was just a perfect storm of a bunch of stuff. I had to spend a lot of money on what is, in theory, a not so major car repair, just replacing a new strut. But that turned into an expensive fiasco due to, the nature of the part and, the type of suspension it is and all that crap. So that was a bunch of money that I really hadn't planned to spend. A couple days later, one of my pups had to have an emergency surgery, and that was even more money that I wasn't planning on spending. And then several days worth of really it wasn't certain whether she was going to make it or not. Thankfully, she's doing a lot better now over the last few days. She's a little sluggish today, but over the last few days she's been really good, so hopefully everything is good. She'll go back here in a couple of days to get her stitches out and everything, so hopefully Fergie will be fine, because she's the sweetest little dog in the world, and I'd put myself into big debt if it meant saving her. So had all that going on. My heart just wasn't into making a video just due to all that stress, and it's not an excuse, guys, just an explanation on what happened. So I don't have a whole lot of new stuff as far as inventory to do Will It Runs on, but I do have a couple of things that I've had on the shelf for a while. So what we've got today is a Broadway Limited BLI. Oh no, right? This is a what is this? An AC44? An ES44AC GE. With DCC and Sound. It's for Kansas City Southern, as you can see. Let's get this thing out and have a look at it. I picked this up used off of eBay, as I usually do, and I haven't even had a chance. Let me wiggle this out of the box off camera, guys. I haven't even really had a chance to take a look at it. Like I said, life has just been in the way. I've had this thing for probably almost a month and just haven't had time. Alright, here we are. They ship in a pretty good box, I have to say. This little flap makes it not so easy to extricate, and it fits in there pretty snugly. So let's see what we've got here. Start at the front. Got good detail there. Looks like we got separately applied grabs. Get an angle on that so you can see. I don't know if those are plastic or metal. Some decent molded in detail on the top. Got some warning labels there. Got our Kansas City Southern. Let me zoom in so you guys can see that. It tends to focus better when I zoom in. So there we are, Kansas City Southern ES44AC. Some warning labels there that I can't quite read. Some more up here, down on the bottom near the walkway. Got our fuel gauge, fuel filler cap. Pretty good detail on the trucks, not amazing, but let's see, where's my finger? Here it is. We've got our brake lines ran on top, and our brake cans right there. Moving down, so we've got a little bit of underbody detail here. I wonder if those are fuel or air hoses or maybe electrical connections. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you know what those are off the top of your head. More labels, good detail. The paint is is thick and opaque. The parting lines are pretty good between the red, the black, and the yellow. Separately applied horn up on top. That's standing pretty proud off the upper deck there. You can really see down into that that exhaust stack. It looks like this grill here may be separately applied. It may be molded in. If it's molded in, they sure did a good job of it to give it depth. Our fan grills up on top for our radiator. Separately applied parking brake. Grab irons on the rear here. Our walk rails here and stanchions are pretty firm for a plastic this thin. That's pretty good. Got a textured diamond plate walkways. Again, we got good detail on the rear truck here. Our safety yellow on our rear steps. Got our MU and air hoses. Got a, that's kind of strange looking. Is that a pin that's supposed to hold this coupler together, or is that just some kind of weird looking thingy up on top? Anyway, it's a knuckle coupler. This is road number 4775. Our rear lights, our sand filler hatch. Let's see if I can gently get this turned around here. And pretty much more of the same on the other side. Lots of little instruction and warning labels. Can't quite tell. I'm at maximum magnification on my little camera phone here. I can't quite tell what those say, but I'll bet that they're legible under enough magnification. Same, we got our fuel, and I think that's an emergency shut-off button there too as well. Back up to our details on this side. There's our F for front. Tiny bit of debris because I did take this out and look at it, although I haven't ran it. Get back in shot here. I'll have to get the tweezers and some compressed air. Here's our front pilot. MU and air hoses. Looks like we might be missing a ditch light here, guys. I'll have to check in the box and see if that fell off. The front light package. That's supposed to be a window, but as you can see, it's painted on the door. So overall, it's a pretty good looking machine. I'll have to see if I can find that fireman's side ditch light. And let's get this over to the switching layout, find out what it does and what it does not do, and I will see you over there. Alright guys, we're over here on the switching layout. I've got my DCC++ EX set up, as you guys have seen in the previous video. We've got our SRCP client on our phone here. We've got track power on. We've got our road number dialed in here. Let's see, what is it, F8? I think I'm going to splice in a little video here while we're testing on the track and talk about Broadway Limited a little bit. They don't have the best reputation as far as their Paragon DCC controllers go. I've seen people that have nothing but problems, and I've seen people that haven't had any problems. Thankfully, what we've got here works. I picked it up at a really good deal, so that's why I was willing to take a risk on it. And because it's Kansas City Southern, if all else failed, I could turn it DC and run it that way, or you know, replace the decoder with a loc sound or a tsunami or something like that. So it's hard to find Kansas City Southern stuff, as opposed to say Union Pacific or Santa Fe or some of the more common roads out there. And since I have a personal family connection, as you guys know, with Kansas City Southern, my great uncle and my dad's cousin both worked for, and I think Mitch might even still work for the railroad. I'm not sure if he's retired yet or not. I'll have to reach out to him and find out. But yeah, Kansas City Southern Railway men. So that's why that's one of my reasons for modeling this, and they are still around and local. But yeah, Broadway Limited. I had to pick one up because it's just about all of what was out there. I see Atlas may have ran another run of I don't know if they were ES44s or SD70s or whatever, but I've seen them both DCC and DCC with sound, so I'm going to try to pick one of those up and add it to the roster here. Again, it's in the Southern Bell scheme like this. And there's some older Atlas stuff out there. I think you guys have probably seen the SD50 that I've got in the Gray Ghost scheme. They've got GP30s, I think they are, Atlas does, in the white, just plain white with big red KCS on the side. All of those that I've seen are DC, but and a little bit pricey, but I'll probably end up having to grab them anyway, just, you know, because reasons. So back to our testing. For a startup sound, maybe? I'm not sure. We've got lights like The Exorcist in the cab there. Looks like F0 is our forward-facing headlight. Don't know what F1 does. Let's see if we can get some sound going here. Maybe it was not F8. F9 maybe? Oh, there it was. I must have had it on mute. Our bell works. There's the startup sequence I was looking for. I knew it was in there somewhere. I should probably have downloaded a manual ahead of time and looked at the functions. Well, let's see if it moves. Let me back you guys up. My other DCC locomotive had issues here as well. I need to mess around with some of the coasting parameters and stuff like that, it would seem. Let's try some more sounds. Looks like we've got radio chatter. That's pretty neat. Let's switch our turnout up here. Let's see how she moves out. 3/4 throttle. Had to hit the emergency stop button there. Had to hit it again. It coasts quite well. Need to figure out what's up with that cab light. Pretty good. I'll bet our cab light here is on a function I can change. I have not really dived deeply into that. I'm just getting started with this DCC++ stuff. I do have JMRI installed on my computer, but I haven't really done a whole lot as far as DCC programming or changing of values or any of those things, so I'll have to study up on that. I am working up the construction video for the DCC++ Arduino setup here. There's software I need to get for screen recording and stuff like that, so I'll need to get that all sorted so I can do screen captures of loading up the sketches and things like that, just because there's a little bit of software involved, not a ton. So that's all in the works still. I know I've been promising that forever, it seems, but I wanted to get a video out, especially because we didn't have one last week. Like I said, this week has still been kind of hectic. I'm in the Dallas, Texas area, and if you guys know anything about Texas weather, you know it tends to go from 80 to 20 like it saw a state trooper, and we certainly had that happen a couple of days ago. We had some ice and some snow on top of the ice, and a lot of people were without power. This time it wasn't the power grid's fault. We had power on the grid. We just had down limbs and stuff on lines, which, you know, you can't predict that. But yeah, we had power here, thankfully, for the whole time, but the internet was down for 2 days. I work from home, and internet is, it's required for that. You can use LTE as a backup, like on a cell phone hotspot or something like that. But the thing is, when there's a wide outage of internet in the area, like there was here, everybody hops on their cell phone and starts streaming, for entertainment and stuff. So the LTE network out here was maxed out, so I couldn't, hardly even get on Facebook or anything like that. So I couldn't work. So that was bad. And I don't know, we were finally, it's 55 degrees and sunny right now, and it's supposed to be even nicer tomorrow. So, Texas weather. But that's it, guys. I wanted to get a video out on something. Will it run? Yes, it will. One of these days I need to get around to cleaning this track. I didn't even look to see how clean or not clean our wheels were. Let's take a look. They're a tiny bit dirty, not bad. Oily, so it looks like the previous owner at least oiled it. Get those cleaned up, squared away. I did find the other ditch light. It was in the box, so that probably happened during shipping. You guys can see the little pocket here where that mounts. I saw light flashing in there, so it looks like we've got alternating ditch lights on this thing, which is pretty cool. So thanks guys for sticking with me, and again, sorry we didn't have a video last week. Hopefully we'll get back on track here as things hopefully start to return to normal. We've got another week's worth of busy life coming up. We've got to get the car inspected and all that junk, and oh man, life never quits, does it? All it wants to do is keep us from doing the stuff we want to do when enjoying life. So I guess you have to pay to play, as they say. So there's worse things. But I want to thank you guys for joining me on another Will It Run episode, The Trains with Shane, on the I Saw It Online YouTube channel. Be sure to tell your friends. We are 5 away from having 500 subscribers. I can't believe that there are 500 people on the whole planet that are interested in what I'm doing, but it looks like there are. So I want to thank each and every one of you 500 men, women, non-gender conforming, meat popsicles, extraterrestrials, however you prefer to be identified or unidentified or whatever. I want to thank all y'all, and we will see you on the next one. Stay safe.